Okay, we're excuse me, ready to continue with this angry hillbilly. So where we left off, we were just kind of working that hat back towards the face there. We can go ahead and work on that a little bit more. Grab my tools here. What I want to do is I just want to start pulling this hat down. Starting to thin it out, and we can take our knife and take this down some more. It doesn't have to be perfect, just to kind of get the idea across. Sometimes I'll sit and work on a piece too much, and it doesn't really need to be that perfect. If I was working on a competition piece or something, yeah, I probably would spend some more time, but this guy here, put a magnet on the back of it, put him on your fridge, or put a pin back on it. I attach my little guy to my carving bag. Glued the pin on there, put him on the carving bag. Okay, so that's pretty good for now. We had kind of scooped out a little bit there to start the bottom of the nose. We can go ahead and draw that back in. So there's the bottom of his nose. There's the bridge of his nose. There's his eyes. I need to go ahead and get the side of the face established here. So we can figure out where we're going to put those ears. We're going to put those ears right in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take this down a little bit more. Cutting from the side. Okay, I'll cut from the side where the eye sockets would be. See, got quite a bit of difference in the bridge of the nose. Tuck that back underneath that hat some more. Grab my other tool here. There we go. And then sometimes what I'll do is, if I don't use my knife to make my eye plane, I'll use a pretty big gouge. Set that. What that does is it'll set the bridge of the nose right here. It'll also help with the flares of the nostrils. Cut this down a little bit. Okay. So now we can put his eye in. There we go. Something like that. Okay. So at this point we're somewhat committed. So I'll go ahead and cut the nose in. Okay. We'll smooth all that out here in just a minute. So put the flares of the nose in. Just draw those in. I'm going to use my knife. Follow that line. So I got it in there pretty good. Pull it back out and I'll turn it over. Pretty close to the same thing we did on the mini Hillbilly. There's that side. Just go ahead and do the same thing here. Cut in there pretty deep. Cut back up to it. Remove that triangle piece. I'll go ahead and flatten this out because we'll give him some nostrils here in just a minute. Cut back up towards it so it makes that, pulls that nose out a little bit more. There we go. Try to center it up a little bit. Make them match. Okay. And then his mouth's going to be somewhere in here. Okay. And go ahead and pencil in the side of his face again. Now that we've got the eyes kind of drawn in there. We'll go ahead and tuck his ears up into his head on this one. So I'm basically just drawing a line there. Okay. Ear sticks out a little bit more on this one. So what I want to do is take my V-tool, just cut up that line right there. You can follow it all the way around if you want. Come over here to the other side, do the same thing. Claw it on around. I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to cut the bottom of that so I can pull that ear out. Okay, I'm going to push it back a little bit, cut back towards the hat. And we'll remove a lot more of this and pull this hat back around, but okay. Get rid of my pencil marks there. Okay, so there's one side started. We'll go ahead and continue this in the next video.